Now, YouTube hasn't gone crazy. This is the SN95 Power channel, and we do nothing but SN95, fourth generation SN95s on this channel. But why are you staring at this Viper V10 engine? Well, that's because I'm about to test drive it and give you my impression. Let's bring them on, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you see, you have some people who have exotic cars, and I'm going to call this an exotic car. And they grab them and they put them in a bubble and they bring them out once or twice a year. My man Greg at Gears Auto Works has this beautiful Dodge Viper, and he drives it. He treats this car like Dodge envisioned people to do with it. He drives it and he beats the crap out of it, and he drives it and it wants more. Now, the one thing that just stands out to me is these massive tires. Like in the front, this is a 275/35. And in the rear, we got a 335/30 in the rear. Like the meat on this thing, like I can't, my hand is even halfway across the tire. And I don't have like little Robin baby hands. So what that does is just makes this car feel so planted. Even, you know, it doesn't have like stability control. It might have traction control, but I don't think it does. But this car is just a beast, and it just wants to be unleashed. And I'm not going to unleash it, but I'm going to give it a little goose here and there, and just try to get comfortable with it. And the more I get comfortable with it, you know, I'll try to open it up a little bit more. But we are not in Mexico, so we are going to obey all speed laws, and we're going to take this out and we're going to enjoy it. Now, I did not expect this. Team over here at Gears Auto Works are kind enough to allow me to test drive this, and totally unprepared, totally off script. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to get this camera mounted, and first of all, let's see how you get in this car. Now, the thing that I've always loved about Vipers, they're just like old school, like motor, suspension, drivetrain, driver. You know, there's not like a lot of granny aids on this car. Like, if you lose it, you own it. Like, there's like no coming back. You know, this is a V10 monster. So this is one of these cars that, you know, when they came out, it was just one of these cars that you like dreamed about having. And let's open it up and see how hard it is to get in here. Now, it's kind of like a little tub frame, so getting in and out of these cars are challenging. Oh boy. All right, so we're in, and the one thing I can say, like, the cockpit is old school. You know, not a lot of soft touch points, no digital anything up in here. I think the only thing digital in here is the old Alpine CD player. Everything else is just, you know, old school analog. You got analog gauges. I'm sure you've got some kind of condensate bulb display up in here, but that's not why you get this car. One thing I can say is this car has a lot of leg room. That sound, just hearing this V10 engine, oh my God. It's a 6-speed manual. Seatbelt comes on this side. Car is low to the ground. sounds like it's ready to like move even in neutral. Ergonomics, the pedal alignment is kind of weird. Like, to engage the clutch, my leg is just pinned against the driver's side door, and to hit the gas pedal, my foot is almost center line with my body. It's kind of like a weird setup, but you know, that's not what we care about. Like, the shifter on this, like, I gotta move my seat up some because like the gas pedal is gotta get used to this, because like I said, I'm used to driving Mustangs. I can't say it gets very hot in this car because the exhaust is just kind of running along the side of the car. It's a very long clutch pedal. Man. All right, let's get out of here. Third gear, it's a very long gear, you know, so to get in the power band, it's just a weird feeling. It's got all the power that you need down low. So if I really wanted to goose it, I would have to downshift. There it is. Like miles per gallon? Absolutely. It's a dream car. Like, honestly, I can remember when the first year these things came out, and nothing design-wise that I can remember at the time was even close to it. And it had this monster of a V10 engine. And I gotta tell you, like, I got a turbo Mustang, and you downshift this boy, and you give it. Yeah. This torque will pin you. It's almost got as much torque as my turbo Mustang. Like, I get it. Like Dodge, I get it. Like, it's comfort-wise, driving, you know, this isn't like the smoothest street. I'm not bouncing all over the place. From an ergonomic standpoint, is it the best thing? No. But I'm not buying it for that. This is what I'm buying it for. That's what I'm buying it for right there. Miles per gallon. Like, I'm probably going to before I have to leave town, is to be able to drive this. The attention factor that you get in this car. Like, I was telling Greg, like, the thing is, like, you have C7s, you have all these newer cars out here, but I can't tell you the last time I seen a Viper on the street. So it definitely gets attention. The look that it has is just menacing. It's just not too many cars out here that you're gonna see that looks angry like this. This is an angry looking car, and it wants to take your lunch money. Today's standard, is it the fastest car out here on the street? Not anymore. But I can guarantee you, if you want attention, this is the car to get. This is a attention grabber. Those massive, I think 325 tires out back. This car doesn't feel unsettled at all. I am very impressed for this to be such an old car without any kind of nanny controls or aids. This thing is just, it's something else, I have to say. I'm thoroughly impressed. And if you can get one of these, then get it. Like my thing is not like driving reviews of vehicles, but I'm very grateful that I had a chance to hop in this car and to experience a V10 engine. This is a very beautiful, powerful piece of machinery right here. Like, Dodge really showed their tail on this. Like I said, if you want attention, this is the car, because people aren't used to seeing it. Like, honestly, it's one of these cars you rarely see. This shifter, like, I'm an automatic guy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not a stick shift pro, but the transmissions feel smooth, you know. Yeah, it's not like smooth as butter, you know. I can't just use my little pinky finger and shift it like it's some kind of like German state-of-the-art, handcrafted, forged an amount of doom synchronized gear. But it's a man's car. Like, you know, I almost feel like if you drive this car, you gotta have a beard. Like, you shouldn't be wearing khakis. You should have a flannel on with Timberland boots. That should be protocol to drive one of these things. Another funny thing that Greg told me about this is that he can get 20 miles a gallon with this car. long as you don't downshift and goose it. But at highway speeds in 6th gear, going 70 something miles per hour, you know, this is the thing, it's only like pushing 1500 RPM. It just sounds great. And I don't want to give it back. Like, I want to keep it. I have to work out some kind of arrangement with him where we'll work for driving time. You know, I know they have cams for these things, but it sounds like a cammed motor already. And maybe it's just because I'm not used to the sound of a V10 engine. But it just sounds like it's just sitting here loping. Like, I'm in love with it. It's like 700 degrees in this car right now. But I put up with it. You know, it has AC. But why would you want the windows up in this car if you're driving it? Like, you shouldn't even have to have a radio in this car. You know, the sound of this V10 engine, the sound, I don't know, like, I would just drive this car with the windows down, even if it's like 10 degrees outside. Like, that's how much I want to hear this car. This is like America. God bless America. Like, you know, no dual overhead cams, no turbos, no superchargers, just cubic inches. Like, and I love it. Like, this is America. Like, God bless America. Like, I can't get enough of it. Miles per gallon is just off the chain. Like, I'm not giving my man his car back. Downside of this car, brakes. Braking is horrible. For this car to have this much power. And what surprised me, I thought this car was a heavy car, and it's not a heavy car. It's a relatively light car. But the braking on it is just, it's inadequate. I wish I could say this thing forever, because it's that bad of a car. You know, this made my day, my week. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, you know, all of that. Like, I am thoroughly impressed with this. Like I say, God bless America. The land of the free, home of the brave. It's like 700 degrees up in here, but I don't care. Like, it could be 200 degrees in this car right now, and I would still drive it. So, hey, I'm forever grateful for this opportunity to be in this car. Big shout out to Greg and the team at Gears Auto Works for allowing me to test drive this car. Like I say, I'm a diehard Mustang guy, but man, Dodge knocked it out the park on this. So tell me what y'all think. If you've ever had a chance to drive a Viper or a V10 engine, what were your impressions on it? And tell me, what did you drive? So hey, until next time, hey, before I get out of here, make sure you tell a couple of people about the channel. You know, I don't know how many people are gonna tune in just because you see a Dodge Viper, but this is a Mustang channel, and we do a lot of reviews. We go to a lot of the Mustang shows. So, you know, if you're not a Mustang guy, but you want to get your feet wet in the Mustang community, then hang around, hit the subscribe button, and give us a try. So I appreciate y'all time, and God bless.